Hi everyone, Happy New Year and welcome to 2014. Cheryl, you're looking good for another year.
Thank you, I know. Since last year, you've improved too.
I know, thanks, you know, it's like fine wine. We've always talked on the show when we do our first edition for the year about our resolutions. We don't do that, but before the show, you were talking about something. I didn't realize you always learn something new about Cheryl. She's always full of surprises.
Very mysterious.
You do. You do like a monthly list. See, I was like, wow, I never thought of that, because so many times people start at the beginning of the year and they got to make this whole list for the whole year.
Things they're going to do or not do.
I'm like yours. I only have to figure it out once a month.
Mine's almost sort of a bucket list for the month. So I'll look ahead at the month coming. If it's 30, 31 days, then I do 30 or 31 things I want to do that month. And it might be fun things, it might be like real bucket list things, but it might also just be routine kinds of things I just want to get done. So it's kind of a nice way for me to keep the list kind of short and almost doable.
Okay, so more or less you're just trying to make me look bad.
Yeah, pretty much. What do you do again? Nothing?
I don't make resolutions, but you know, I do like your idea of kind of having a list. I don't know. I don't know that I could do it for every day, but I might try that. I might
well, no, it's just 30, like for January, for example, it's just going to be 31 things I want to do this month. So it doesn't have to be like something every day, although it could be, but it's just kind of, and of course things carry over from month to month if I don't get them done.
I'm a procrastinator.
I know. I
so
am
I
too.
would be
That's
January 31st and I would do all 31.
Well, you get them done that way at least.
Oh, anyway.
No.
Okay, well, Happy New Year. And
Happy New
Year. Good luck on your buckets.
Thank you. I know, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so we're going to have to explain to folks. You said, Amy, we have to wear our coats today.
Yeah, we got through host chat, and you're all probably wondering what we're doing with our coats.
Yes.
We did do laundry. We actually do have other things we can wear. But it's cold outside, and we have a really icy topic today. So we just kind of thought it'd be fun to wear our coats and kind of get in the mood of being at the ice house.
I have to say, you know, Cheryl's in her stylish coat, and I've got my
stylish
ready to go.
You were with me when I bought this coat like forever ago.
I'm very jealous. All right, so what's our rumor
Here we go with our rumor for today. The so-called ice at the Greeley Ice Haus isn't actually frozen water. It's a fast freezing gel substance.
Cool.
What'd you find out about this?
See, part of me was thinking, hey, this could really be true because, you know, you got technology and people are always making improvements. But you know what? You just can't beat plain old frozen ice.
Oh, wow.
Or frozen water. I guess
so
the ice is already frozen. This is a rumor. It's totally a rumor. And you know, you sit there and you're like, where do people come up with this stuff?
I think you made it up. I think you're the one spreading this rumor.
I made this up. But did a little research on this, and this is pretty fascinating. You know, it's sometimes, or a lot of times, there are things out there and we just kind of take them for granted because they just happen, but we don't necessarily always learn about how they happen.
I agree.
This was a really fun topic because I never really thought about how the Greeley Ice Haus makes their ice, how it comes to be. And it's a pretty interesting process. So I wanted to give folks a little Rink 101.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I worked really hard on that. Okay, so you have to think of the ice house kind of along the lines of like your air conditioner.
Okay.
Or a freezer, that type of thing. So what you have is there's a network of pipes that are embedded in sand or concrete under the ice.
Underground, okay.
So you got sand, concrete, there's pipes. And those pipes are pumped full of what they call brine water, basically salt water.
Okay.
It's a calcium chloride solution, so salt.
Right.
And what that does is because of the salt in there, it allows the water to the temperature to get lower. It's below freezing.
I never knew that until we were kind of preparing for this topic.
It's kind of like when you make ice cream. You have your ice cream maker and you put the ice in. But why do you put the salt? You're not putting the salt in the ice cream. You put the salt on the ice to melt it.
That makes
because
sense
melted ice is actually a little colder than frozen ice. Things you learn.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
So beneath the slab, it's insulated, and beneath that, now this is the cool part, there's a heated slab.
Okay.
Now, can you tell me why there's a heated slab? Don't look at your notes. Why is there a heated slab?
Probably to reduce cracking of the ice.
You read, good girl, you studied up. It does. It helps because of the extreme cold temperatures. They want to make sure that things underneath don't start to crack because of all the cold temperatures.
So they're doing it in layers.
They're doing it all in layers, which is pretty neat. The surface of the ice is usually around 26 to 27 degrees. And they try to maintain that most of the time. And as we mentioned before, it's just pure Greeley water.
That's what I was going to ask. So what are they using?
None of that gel
Not a gel.
stuff.
What is it?
No, it's just pure water.
H2O.
And so what they do is they spray multiple layers of the water. So they put it out there and let each of those layers freeze. And then the part that I just never really thought about it, is after a few layers, then they paint the ice white.
Which makes sense because other ice that you see out and about isn't white or painted.
Yeah, right. What did you do today? Oh, I painted ice.
Painted ice.
I painted
Somebody's
got
to do it.
That's right. But what that does is it gives you a nice consistent color on the ice, because after they do a little bit more of the freezing layers, they put the logos on the ice.
Yeah, and I was going to ask about logos. So same thing, those are hand painted.
They hand paint those.
Okay.
The staff does. So they have some
I never knew
stencils,
that.
big gigantic stencils, but they go out and they hand paint those. And so it takes some time to do that.
I'm not sure I knew how they did that, but I never thought about them hand painting them.
Pretty skilled.
And how often do they have to do that?
Well, the whole process of building the ice and doing the layers, and of course at the end after they paint, they put some more layers of ice to finish it. They do that about every 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
we had it in 2013. So the next time around that'll probably happen will be
years from
2015.
now. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good to know.
And they will they'll melt that ice and start all over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, curious to know how much water we're talking about.
Okay. So it's hard to fathom this.
It is for me. I can't even guess.
So to build the whole ice rink, and the Greeley Ice Haus is a National Hockey League size rink.
Right.
So it's a full size.
Sure.
10,000 to 11,000 gallons of water.
Okay.
So
each time that
each
that's what it holds.
to do the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But then on top of that, whenever the Zam goes out, the Zamboni,
and goes out to resurface.
it's resurfacing
They're
because you
using
want to have that
additional
nice.
water.
Like, they use additional water, and that can be anywhere from 80 to 150 gallons.
Wow.
That they're doing,
Wow.
and they do that 4
Several
to 8
times
times
a
a day.
day.
So you think about all that water that's that's being used to give us that awesome facility that we have. But that gives you an idea, kind of what's happening there.
Well, I think you're right. What you said earlier, that we take all of that for granted.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really think about the volumes of water. You don't think about the time and effort it takes to go hand paint.
Yeah.
You know, the white and the logos and all
It's
of that.
about 10 days from start to finish. So when they start from the basic surface and they go all the way to the end, it's about 10 days of work, for
That's
them to make all
interesting.
that happen.
Okay.
So anyway, very cool things happen at the Ice Haus.
Very cool things.
And one of the things I learned that was also very fun about this, I mentioned the Zamboni.
Yeah.
They do have classes.
Right, which you're going to sign up for, right?
Well, I should
I
do
think
that.
it'd be
I think it
fun.
would be good because I would really like to know what this is. So anybody that's watches Zamboni, they're out there and they're driving, but then
they're
every
doing
once in
that
a while
little-
they do this. What is this? I don't know.
What that means,
I need to
okay.
find out what that is.
All right, you found
So-
out all sorts of other
That's right.
like useless information,
That's
right?
Tons of useless information, so I need to find out what this is.
Yeah.
So so we'll gear up. We'll put on our gloves and our coats because it is cold there.
Yes, it is.
That's why they call it the
Brr.
Ice Haus. And we'll go and we'll get our lessons. Just a tip for everyone: you have to be 16 and have your driver's license in order to do it because you are driving, even though you're on the ice.
Very good.
So anyway,
well,
so there you
great
go.
information. It was fun. It was a really fun topic, and this
yeah.
time of year, I think
Yeah.
it's just fun to know that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
So thanks for researching that.
You bet.
That is going to do it for this edition of Real or Rumor. We would like to remind you, as we always do, to catch reruns right here on GTV8, as well as on the city's YouTube channel. So until next time, I'm Cheryl Aragon.
And I'm Amy Freeland. We'll see you then.